Hello, I'm Tom Bailey, and in today's episode, I'll be getting to know Vikrant Shaurya, who is the CEO and founder of bestsellingbook.com. So, Vikrant, hello, and a very warm welcome to today's episode.
Hey, Tom, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And whereabouts are you based?
So currently I'm in India. There's a place nearby Mumbai called Pune. It's a lovely
Mm-hmm.
place, like surrounded by mountains. And
Ah,
uh, right now as well, like it's raining. It's really beautiful here.
incredible. Thank you so much. And I just want to share a little bit more about you before we do get started. So, Vikrant helps entrepreneurs, coaches, and experts to skyrocket their businesses and build authority in any expertise by writing a best-selling book. The title for today's episode is How to Generate High Value Clients Through Publishing Your Own Book. And Vikrant's going to show us how to do that in just under 7 minutes. So, question number one today is, who are your ideal clients?
Sure, Tom. So I think our audience are going to be completely similar, as I
Mhm.
mentioned before as well. So entrepreneurs, experts, speakers, thought leaders, professionals, maybe who have amazing ideas, amazing message to share with the world, but really don't have the time to sit down and write the book or don't
Mhm.
have the skill set to write the book.
Got it.
So these are the people like who are my target ideal clients.
Perfect. And what would you say is typically the biggest challenge that they face in business?
Yeah, sure. So as I'd mentioned that they really want to write the book because they want to share their message to the bigger audience.
Hmm.
And why they want to do that? Because they want to maybe establish their authority, they want to build their brand, they want to get more coaching clients or maybe get more customers for their business. Whatever their goal is, they want to take their message out, right? And writing a book can really help them do that. So several years ago, Brian Tracy uh, said this that if you have to establish your authority, then you have to become an author, because in authority word, the first few letter combines, it becomes, it is an author.
Yeah.
So if you are an author, people see you, people perceive you as an authority on that topic. And writing that book is going to be definitely kind of a shortcut to what you want to achieve in your business, right? Whether it is, again, building a brand, getting more clients, getting more customers for your business, or spreading your message out. So whatever it is, like writing a book can really become a shortcut to achieving that goal.
Excellent. And I guess if they're a business owner and they don't have the authority or they're not well known in their industry, what impact does that typically have on them?
So in case if they're not an authority, the first of all, like most of their clients, most of these people, like they're gonna go to their competition,
Yes.
right? So for example, if you're a speaker, right, it really becomes really simple if you're an author on any certain topic to get on a stage,
Hmm.
right? So if you're a best-selling author, maybe on any certain topic, then and for example, like if any event is going on and maybe three people are reaching out to that event to become a speaker, and just one out of them is one is not an author, the second is just a published author, the third one is a best-selling author, definitely that event organizer is going to go with the best-selling author, or the second
Yeah.
preference is going to be published author,
Hmm.
because they somehow perceive, they see those people as a authority on that topic. So if you are, if you haven't written a book, if you haven't established your authority by writing your book, then people like opportunity like are going to go to your competition,
Got it.
not you. So this is going to happen.
Yeah. Makes complete sense. Thank you so much. And what is one valuable piece of advice that you would give to somebody then if they want to start on this journey of creating a book?
One of the first step is and I have seen after helping thousands of clients that whenever they start writing a book, they start with chapter one,
Hmm.
right? And then they
Yeah.
start writing it, and of course they get lost,
Yeah.
or they start procrastinating because they don't know where to start, where to stop. And this is the problem. So as we start a business, we always come with a business plan, right? We know exactly who's going to be your target clients, exactly what kind of a features we our products are going to be offering. So everything combines becomes a business plan.
Got it.
Exactly same in the book writing or publishing process as well. You have to come with a book plan, or in this case the book plan is going to be the book outline, right? And before you start a book outline, what I help people is creating an outline quadrant. An outline quadrant consists of 4 elements. What's your main book idea? The
Hmm.
second is why you are writing the book. The third
Yeah.
is who is going to be the target readers, and the fourth is hook of the book, how the book is different from the other books in the market. And
Nice.
if you know these 4 elements, then of course it's going to help you with the outline quadrant, which is going to help you create the book outline. And once you have the book outline ready, then it's going to be really simple journey for you to actually write the book and of course do the other steps as well.
Effectively just filling in the blanks once you've got that plan.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So the next question is, what is one valuable resource, or where can you point people if they want to get started or if they want any help with writing their book?
Sure. I think there are going to be two type of people
Hmm.
who are going to be listening to your podcast. The first is going to be people who have the financial resources to
Yeah.
invest in a professional service
Hmm.
company. So what we do is we help entrepreneurs, experts, thought leaders, speakers turn their ideas into a best-selling book, even when they don't have the time or skill set. And we do
Nice.
that with our done-for-you book writing, publishing, marketing services. My team, like the company is based in United States, and
Hmm.
almost all the writers and editors, they're also from States. So they will take your idea, take your message, take your story, and turn it into a best-selling book, right? This is our specialty.
Yeah.
So if for those people like who want to hire a professional service company, then they can simply go visit bestsellingbook.com. There are hundreds of testimonials and case studies over there. They can check it out, understand our process, and they can book a call with one of our author strategists who's going to understand your book idea, your publishing goals, and then help you to with your publishing journey. Uh,
Fantastic.
then there are going to be people like who don't have the financial resources. They like, for them, like I have a checklist for them.
Nice.
So they can simply go to bestsellingbook.com/checklist. They can download this checklist, print it out, paste it on their wall, and then start working on their publishing journey. It's going to make the entire publishing journey very, very easy, because it also comes with a blueprint which explains how to use this checklist. So yeah, these are the two resources for your audience.
Fantastic. Excellent. So bestsellingbook.com or bestsellingbook.com/checklist. I'll put both of those links into the show notes as well, so people can click on those and get started. Okay, quick question about yourself then. Obviously, you've had a very interesting journey, I'm sure. So what would you say is one of the greatest either mistakes or failures you've ever made, either in life or business? And what did you learn from it?
So 10 years ago, when I dropped out of the college,
Hmm.
I started my first business, and I didn't make only one mistake. I made plenty of mistakes
Yeah.
in the short span of 6 months.
Hmm.
I One of the first mistake which I made was, of course, when I took some loans from my friends and families, was I hired so many employees. I hired 7 or 8 employees in the first week,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
I was 18-year old,
Hmm.
and almost all the employees, they were in late 30s or early 40s,
Yeah.
and it was kind of very difficult to manage them. At the same time, the problem was I really was not sure enough about what's going to be the business.
Got it.
And I hired all of these people, and now they were waiting for me that what they have to do. They were web
Yeah.
developers, content writer,
Mhm.
graphic designers, and they don't know, they didn't have any clue. And within 6 months, of course, I completely ran out of money. I didn't have money to pay them. I had to shut down the company. So this was one of the biggest mistake, and I'm seeing that nowadays, of course, if I'm going to be connected to the book industry, what people make mistake is, of course, they start writing the book without knowing exactly what's going to be the book,
Got it.
right? As I mentioned, that they don't start with a book outline or a book plan.
Hmm.
They don't start with a book idea, why exactly they want to write a book, and who's going to be the target readers, because they are eventually the people who will be getting the benefit out of the book. And what's the hook? There are going to be thousands of books out there. How your book is going to be different from other books? And if you are going to be coming up with these 4 elements, if you really have a clarity or really specific answers of these 4 elements, then it's going to be make your entire publishing journey very, very easy.
Fantastic. And I guess, like you said, there's a clear analogy there of creating a book is like creating a business, and you need to have that clarity either way before you get started.
Yes.
Thank you. And the last question for me today is, what is the one question that I should have asked you that will also bring some great value to our audience today?
Sure. So one question would be, of course, like, just because my company's name is bestsellingbook.com.
Hmm.
Maybe you could have asked that how, of course, somehow if people will be able to write the book, then what's the next step and how to
Yeah,
make it a bestseller.
perfect.
So if you talk about a bestseller, a best-selling book, then there are 3 or 4 different uh, places where you can make a book bestseller. The first is going to be, of course, the most prestigious one, which is New York Times bestseller.
Hmm.
To hit New York Times bestseller, you have to get around 20,000 sales within
Yeah,
the first week. And of course, you have to do so many things, and still there's no guarantee.
yeah.
Then comes the Wall Street Journal or USA Today bestseller. To hit bestseller on these platforms, you have to get around 5,000 to 7,000 sales in a week.
Hmm.
Uh, Luckily, my company provide these services. Like we provide guarantee that your book becomes bestseller on these platforms.
Awesome.
And there's also one platform called Amazon bestseller. It is not very complicated. Like, of course, it's just a simple science. So you have to figure out that category, which is not very much competitive. There are
Yeah.
some tools out there like Publisher Rocket, through which you can easily find out the categories. For example, if you're writing and publishing a book in entrepreneurship category, you can easily find out with the help of Publisher Rocket that how many sales the number one book is getting in entrepreneurship category. If your if the number one book is getting maybe 500 sales in one day, then your goal is to get more than 500 sales, so that your
Yeah.
book can outrank the number one book and you can become a bestseller
Nice.
on Amazon. We also offer that services. So depending on the requirement, depending on their goal, we have different types of services which we provide. And of course, whether you haven't started writing a book, or whether you have completed the book, or whether you have already published the book, we have the services to take your book to the next level. So this is the thing which I just wanted to add.
Awesome. Sounds incredibly useful. Thank you so much again for sharing all of that with our audience. Really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much, Tom.